Welcome back to my living room, my chair by the fire. Today I'm going to be repairing this wonderful wool sweater again by making these flowers. Again, this will be a beautiful mending tutorial. I'm making the flowers and I'm just going to show you some of the flowers that I've done in the past. There's one there. And this is a wool sweater I got at a thrift store. And I've had for about 8 years, and as you can see, the moths sitting by the fire and just normal wear and tear is causing some holes. And what I'm going to do today is use some wool, or actually this is synthetic wool or synthetic fibers that I picked up at the thrift store that couldn't be sold, and I'm going to use them to repair this sweater. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up through the sweater at a place where the knit stitch is intact, and I'm going down in the same area. And what I'm going to do is create a spider web effect to create a backing on which to build the flower. Now, typically in doing this woven flower, you're supposed to have uneven arms, and in my case it's going to be even. So you're going to see where I sometimes go under 2 arms to continue the weaving effect. And then because I want it to be stronger, and here what's happened is the hole is greater than the what an arm will be, so I'm going to have to be pretty careful there. And then after I've done the weaving of the flower, then I'm going to use bullion stitches to go around the outside, just to give it a little difference, be a little different than the other ones that I've been doing. So what you're going to see me do here is continue to create the arms and then to do the weaving. So here what you'll see is I'm going to have to go under 2 to have it come up on the next one, and that where you go under 2 will rotate around the flower and actually disappears, so I don't need to be afraid of that. So I'm just going to continue with my stitches. And now I'm ready, the woven part is done, and I'm ready to start my bullion stitches. So I'm wrapping around the needle, and I'm going to pull it up. Sorry, my hands are in the way. Working it loosely and laying it down. And the bullion stitches around a flower is really about placing the bullion where you want it. Then you go back down into the flower. And I'm going into the woven part, so again the flower seems kind of one piece, and I'm going to come up a little bit behind the bullion so that they overlap. So now I'm going to go and finish the rest of these. So here's the finished flower. I think it looks pretty nice. And I'm going to use the back to strengthen again the sweater. So I'm going to use some weaving stitches in and out to ensure that that hole is good and sound and not going to open up again. And now using a rose-colored yarn, I'm going to add 3 colonial knots into the middle to give it a center to my flower. And again, a colonial knot is where, I'll show you, go through the next one, is where you come up from the bottom. You take your thread and you wrap your needle under it, and then you wrap the thread around it. It has, it's very much like a French knot, but just a little different. And again, I'm going to use the back to take this acrylic thread that's like wool and weave the back. And now we're going to add the leaves, which are just a lazy daisy stitch. I like to have the center one longer. And you'll see I've got a little, it didn't come and meet all the way down at the bottom, that space there, but I'll catch that when I make the next lazy daisy stitch and you won't even notice it's there. And because these leaves are a little larger, I'm going to add a second lazy daisy stitch inside each of them to make them look fuller. And if you're doing this, feel free to use different colors of green. It often adds great dimension to your leaves. And here is the finished flower. Actually, no, it was one before. There's the finished flower that we just did on the video. And I'm just going to show you some of the rest of them again, just to review with that. So that's without the bullion stitch around it. And there it is with the bullion stitch. I think it's very beautiful. Thank you for coming along today. I hope you have a great day.